My name is Timothy Gardner. I'm a registered nurse who has very unique methods for dealing with patients and families of long-term malady and disability. My boss calls me the spiritual gardener. I'll explain that later. The date is September the 9th. There's a school bus on the corner, and mothers watch as the pink and blue bundles they brought into the world only a few years earlier are now beginning a journey into a world where anything is possible. As I prepare to enter a new home, I am beginning my own journey. New homes are very similar to school, for there is usually something to be taught, and always something to be learned. Meet Julia Knox. As a final resort, she has appealed to my services in caring for her son, Danny, a fledgling boxer now stricken with cancer, combative to all medical treatment and personnel. But like the children on the corner, they are about to enter school, for they will take on a subject that has long been avoided, and I, more than a nurse, will be their teacher. For this is not just any home healthcare setting. This is the realm of never.
Danny, you have a visitor.
It might be better if I introduce myself. Danny? My name is Timothy Gardner. I'm a registered nurse with Purple Heart Healthcare. A lot of people are very concerned about you. Is something wrong? We've got bran flakes with 2 different types of fruit.
I see only one type.
Danny.
Open your mouth, Danny.
Try and tell me what to do, I'll break your hands right in front of you. You hear me? I'll crush them. Go shove your cereal up your ass.
Okay. We can do this the natural way. Or we can do it the unnatural way.
Oh my God, he hit you.
It's all right. I don't need 2 eyes to see that the bed is wet.
You come near me again, I'll rip it right out of its socket.
He's not going to move from that bed.
Mrs. Knox, I'd like to ask you a favor. It's time. I'd like you to leave the room.
You're pushing it, man.
Do you think that's a good idea?
5 minutes, that's all I ask. 5 minutes alone with Danny. Then I promise you I'll leave. I'll leave you alone and I'll never come back.
It's only 5 minutes, Danny. You can give him that.
Thank you, Danny. I appreciate this. Would you turn around, please?
You got your 5 minutes. I didn't say I'd look at you.
Not a problem.
And I didn't say I'd listen to you either. Because I don't got no problems, and I don't need no therapy shit.
I understand that. It's just that we don't want you laying around all day in your bodily fluids. You haven't had a shower in a week. You haven't gone to the bathroom in 2. We're concerned.
What's all this wee shit? It's all my mother. She can't mind her own damn business. Always sticking her face where it doesn't belong.
Basic hygiene is not a lot to ask.
Well, good. I hope I'm making you sick.
But then again, I'm a nurse. And I see a problem through to the end. The only exception is that I have a different bag with very different tools.
Well, take your bag and your tools and get the hell out of here.
I can't. Because there's no longer any door. Or any windows. And I'm sorry to say, I'm not leaving in 5 minutes.
You lied to me?
You left me no choice.
I'll bury you.
No, you won't, Danny. Because then you'll be stuck in limbo all alone. That's where we are, Danny. You'll be stuck in limbo and you won't know what to do. We're in a 4th dimensional state of frozen time. And time is something we can't take for granted because it's running out. And before that happens, we have a lot of work to be done. So I suggest you cooperate. Or neither one of us is leaving this room again. Ever. Yep, there's nothing like a fresh bed.
I don't want that thing.
The Chucks?
I hate it.
You need it. Just like you needed that shower. Come on. I know it made you feel better. I know this makes you feel better.
What are you doing?
You need a shave.
Peace. That's all I ask.
Peace. That's a strange word coming from a guy like you.
What the hell do you know about a guy like me?
I think you're fascinating, and that there could be peace in bashing someone's head in. Now, I know from a nurse's point of view, whenever I see blood, or just plain human suffering, my reaction is that of maybe, just maybe, I have the chance to heal. When I'm successful, then the word peace can fit into my psyche. And when I'm not, a little piece of me goes right along with them.
There are pieces of me in rings all over the country. If I had it my way, you'd be right there with me.
And at least we'd have something in common. Although you still didn't answer my question.
Screw your question. Fighting's in you or it's not.
No one puts it there?
Maybe on your planet.
There.
What are you doing?
You want a mirror?
Why are you touching my face like that?
I'm sorry. If it bothers you, I won't do it again.
What's bothering me is being stuck in this limbo shit. You know, just because I'm a fighter, don't think I'm some kind of dope. I read the patient's Bill of Rights. I know I got the right to refuse service.
But you have to put that request in writing. And if you do, make sure you understand what it means. You'll be refusing all medical attention. That includes emergencies.
I can handle pain.
So if dying is on your agenda, there's no other way to go. Pardon the pun. There'll be an advance directive including a DNR. Do not resuscitate order. I have a form right on me. Here. Put your John Hancock on it. You'll get your windows and your door back. And you'll get rid of me, which is what you want. And then when the pain kicks in, you'll kick right back, because you're a fighter. You'll handle it.
You better pray. You better pray I don't beat this thing. But I'm gonna. And when I do, I'm gonna find you. And I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. You're the one who's gonna need a nurse.
Pen?
Danny didn't sign. It always amazed me how in the toughest of men lied the greatest fear of death, unaware of what it was they really feared. But I saw what my tools were going to have to be. And as the true spiritual gardener, I'd have to begin with a procedure I'll call weeding. While Danny slept, I reverted to real time and conferred with his mother.
Welcome to Questions for God. I'm Sister Prudence Lindley, beginning the first of our 4-part series on the question of faith. Recently, many of our listeners have rekindled a fascination. What is faith? Where does it originate? And how does it play a role in our daily lives?
Oh, don't sit there. You'll get your uniform dirty. I haven't touched it yet.
It's fine. Mrs. Knox, was Danny's behavior always like this? Or more so since the illness?
We should never have given him the bran flakes. He hates them. The best thing to do when he gets in one of his moods is to give him some potatoes and eggs. That's his favorite. I'm going to the store today. Oh, there's a sale on potatoes.
No, what I meant was his penchant for fighting.
Thank God his appetite is still there. That's always been there. Ever since he was a little boy. He's always had this anger. As a child, he would draw me these pictures. I'd get them for Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. They were all scribbling. The first grade teacher suggested a session with the school psychologist.
Did he go?
It was for me, actually. The woman asked me, dead serious, "Have you done anything to this boy? Have you hurt him in any way?" I said, "Of course not. He's my son. How could you even suggest such a thing?" total stranger suggesting that Danny's behavior could be my fault.
So, enlighten me a little. I want to know about your fighting, if it's anything like my fighting. And like I said, I have a very different bag
Of different tools, I remember.
and I work in different rings.
Don't talk to me about rings. My first tour, I had packed houses on their feet. Total strangers.
Your folks couldn't make it?
My dad was there. He was watching from somewhere else.
I'm sure he was. Your mom?
We hit 8 cities in 5 weeks. Dead of winter. Bus was like a meat freezer. But Augie knew what he was talking about when he said the heat in the rings would make up for it.
Who's Augie?
He managed me off the books. You believe he was collecting Social Security at the same time? He had more energy than half the guys at Gleason's. He was the one who gave me the nickname, Hard Knox. You believe he kicked the bucket? Right after I started with my shit. If anybody was there in the front row, it was him.
Danny has needed to put his energies into reality.
There doesn't seem to be anything fake about him.
He's dying. We both know that. But that's no excuse for his attitude. I give you credit for being able to handle him.
The fighter in him.
The whole thing is a joke. I don't know what he's told you, but I wouldn't take any of it seriously.
He seems to take it seriously.
They're delusions of grandeur.
Why do you say that?
He didn't have it, Timothy. It wasn't there. In the beginning, I humored him. I went to a couple of these amateur bouts, and believe me, that's all they were. Danny got killed. His nose was broken twice. In one round, he was punched so badly he almost lost sight in his left eye. But still, he wouldn't quit. He'd have to be bigger, stronger. He started injecting himself with testosterone. Full cycle. Then you wonder why a 24-year-old comes down with lymphatic cancer. It shouldn't be a surprise. Danny has needed to become responsible and grow up, and every time I try to make him realize that,
You want to do this side?
You do it.
Just tell me if there's any pain.
I can handle pain.
Too well, maybe. It seems to occupy most, if not all, of your attention. I think what you could do if you just took some of that negative energy, turned it into something
What?
pleasant, fabulous. Or does knocking someone out fall into that category? No, I mean it. Good feelings. Say like working out at the gym or hanging with friends.
I don't want them here.
Come on, you gotta know plenty of guys from the gym. And the girls.
What's friends anyway? I don't get it when people talk about friends. They want something. That's the only reason they're around. When you're making it, you got tons of friends. The minute you can't no more, it doesn't matter anyway.
And you don't want them here anyway.
I don't want nobody here, which includes you two.
Have you taken a look around this morning? Your windows and your door are back. It's a beautiful fall day.
You drugged me or something. You made me think they were gone.
Faith is free, and you may believe anything you wish.
I don't trust you. And what makes you think I'd let you stay here anyway? I could throw you right through that door.
If you wish, but I'd prefer if you would take a walk with me outside the door, out onto the deck. There was a rainbow over the house this morning. Do you like rainbows?
I never saw one.
Well, maybe if we hurry up and get dressed, we can still catch it. Think it'll make your mom feel better than another child?
No, I'm not going. I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her
It's
face.
okay, she doesn't have to
Forget
be
it.
there.
I'm
It's
not
all right,
going.
she won't be there. She had to make some calls anyway.
Well, hide the egg timer so she stays on for more than 5 minutes. Let her run up the bill. Maybe you'll catch her talking to some undertaker like I did. That's what she was doing last week, planning my funeral. She thinks I didn't hear her, trying to save 2 cents on the cemetery plot? I'm not dead yet. I'm beating this thing. I told her to get it for herself. You know what she says? Danny, I'll be with your father in the National Cemetery. But that only holds 2.
What she means and how it comes out may not always be the same thing, Dan.
She didn't want a son. She wanted a cash register. Screw that. I wasn't busting my ass to make someone else rich. Doing something I hated just to shut her up. But I didn't ask for nothing either. That's why when I beat this thing, I'm going on with my fighting. Going to the West Coast. I'm making it. You watch. In a couple of years...
Definitely.
I did enough for her.
Well, you wanted something in return. I know you did.
Did you ever have a dog? We had this piece of shit named Benny, but he could do no wrong. Whatever we had for dinner, he had. When he took a piss outside, Mom would say, "You done good." The dog always wanted to be friends with me. I hated him. I couldn't even think of it. Not today.
I shouldn't have insisted on the shower. The steam wore you out.
No more excuses, Tim.
You know, that's the first time you've ever called me Tim.
You cool with that?
Sure.
You know, laying here, not really being able to do nothing. I'm doing something I never done before.
Thinking? You want to tell me?
I can't say it. Like I feel it. I guess I never really wanted to hurt anybody. I just wanted to be special. And leave something behind that meant something. I just didn't want to be like my dad. Working at a job he hated. What did it get him? A pine coffin? And a girl singing Ave Maria? And a limousine ride to the National Cemetery? A person's life's got to be worth more than that. And you're searching for the greater meaning? It's bottom line crap. There is no greater meaning. That's the meaning.
And when your heart gives up, that's it. It's finished. You're scratched off the planet, never to be seen again. Well, that's not true. I mean, after all, what are you? What am I? What are we all? We're energy. And energy can never be destroyed, only retransformed. This whole experience we call life is school. And with each new lifetime, there's a new class with a new subject and a greater meaning.
I never graduated high school. So I guess I got a real problem.
No. You're more human than you think.
I never had much of a talent for anything. But I was strong. And with that, I figured maybe I could be somebody. But I'm not strong anymore. Nobody. So I shouldn't have anybody here to help me.
You believed in yourself. You believed in your dream. And you tried. And for that, my friend, you're a winner. A champion.
Promise me, Tim. No more hospitals. No more doctors. I don't want them sticking me with anything. I just want to stay here, Tim. Please. I just want to stay here.
You've got my word.
You know, you're gonna laugh, but this morning in the shower, through the window, I saw a rainbow.
Peace. That's all you ask, remember? And when there's peace, there's rainbows.
Why don't I have peace, Tim?
Only you can answer that.
You've got all the answers. It's in your eyes,
My eyes?
like my dad's. They soothe me. Please just stay here with me, Tim.
That is the last that Danny would speak. He slipped into a coma shortly thereafter. The most difficult part lay ahead. The seeding. Planting the right thoughts in the right place, and praying the right actions would blossom.
Mrs. Knox, I don't want to offend you. It's just that in doing this type of work, coming into people's homes, into their lives, I see a lot of patterns.
Don't go any further. You don't know about being a widow at the age of 24, with a mountain of debts, no skills, and a 5-year-old child. You don't know that if I was going to keep what was left of Danny's stability intact, it was going to take work and economy and no time for fooling around, because I knew how fast the rug could be pulled out from under you. But Danny wanted for nothing. He was fed and bathed and clothed every day. I can't help it if my attitude wasn't all that it should have been. But there are other things in life that sometimes take priority, and that is something Danny has never learned. He needed to respect that and get his own priorities straight instead of putting them into a dream I was never going to deliver.
Do you know that for a fact?
Look at what he was up against. The competition.
He had a manager.
A drunk who eventually saw what I saw and what everyone else saw.
Danny told me he passed away.
He's out on the coast managing 2 new fighters. I could have flaunted that at him.
So you lied to him?
The dream is all he has left. The feeling that someone, somewhere, might have believed in him.
Only that someone should have been you.
I was going through the attic today. You won't believe what I found. We thought it was lost forever. I remember how you cried when you thought I had thrown it away. Daddy and I would take you in between us, and we'd wind it up, and you'd hear it, and you'd go to sleep so fast. There must have been 20 toys, but you'd always point, time, time, time. It was your favorite. I hope you can hear. I'd forgotten what it was like to dream. And I shouldn't have. Because nothing I ever did was better than what I dreamed. Except for when I had you. There's a lot that you got on your own for believing. That's something I could never give you because I never had it. Maybe my life, our lives would have been different if I had. Time. That's the one thing I can't give you back. But I love you so much. My beautiful baby. And I am so very proud.
Excuse me, Mrs. Knox. We're going to be leaving now. Let me introduce myself.
You know, for such a long time, you know this is coming. But when it happens, you're never ready. I hope he finds peace.
I'm sure he'll find something as great as what he left behind.
What he left behind?
Your son, Danny Knox. He's famous. He won the middleweight championship of 1999.
In the final response to our segment, we have a letter from the middleweight champion, Danny Knox, who passed away late yesterday. He says, "The courage that is God in all of us is to believe in the greatest possibilities of everything and everyone, but to first believe it in ourselves."
I'm sorry. What did you say your name was?
Faith.
In this journey of life through time, there is a bridge of miracles between yesterday and tomorrow, fantasy and reality. And as the spiritual gardener, I leave behind a spread of blossom and bloom and head home to my boss. But I won't be gone for long, for I know he'll be sending me out again with my different bag of different tools to yet another household on the planet that is school, proving that anything is possible with the miracle of faith. This is Timothy Gardner signing off until the next time, from the not-so-far-off reaches of the realm of never.
Susan Lasavian works for the Suicide Prevention Hotline. She treads the waters petitioning the world of life and the world we know not of. On this eve of All Souls, 3 individuals are making one-way flight plans into that undiscovered country. But their destination and their arrival will be 2 separate places, one of which will be the realm of never.
Suicide Prevention Hotline, this is Susan speaking. Hello?
I got this number from the phone book.
Sure.
I'm Betty. Just Betty.
How are you feeling? Betty?
I'm sorry. It just struck me as kind of funny.
Talk to me.
Everybody hears, but no one really listens. Did you know that?
That's why I'm here.
Why am I here? No, don't even try to answer that because you don't have the answer.
I know the feeling.
2 people have sex. And they have this kid, this daughter they never really wanted because she could never measure up to their firstborn.
Your sister?
You're good. But she's more than that. A lot more.
How?
You'd like her. Everybody does. Everything just comes to her.
How is she in relation to you?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh, Betty, wait. Suicide Prevention Hotline, this is Susan speaking. Betty?
I knew a girl named Susan once. She didn't like to be held.
Ma'am, would you care to tell me your name? You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I want to. I'm Dolores Barron. I'm eating while I'm talking to you. I hope that doesn't bother you.
Not at all.
All day I've been taking inventory of my favorite foods. A burger, French fries, a chocolate malted.
Dolores? Dolores, are you there?
I'm sorry, Susan. I'm having a wonderful reunion. I am in the company of some of my oldest and dearest friends.
You're not alone? Where are you? Are you at home?
I just told you, didn't I? Didn't I just say it?
Yes, you did.
I'm with my friends. They've always been there for me, every single time. You don't know how I'm going to miss them.
Why are you going to miss them?
Life is a book, did you know that? It's all written, it's all planned. We're all forced to be and to do and to say what some deranged mind decides for us. I've turned the pages. Believe me, I've turned them. And I can't anymore.
Dolores, it's not a book. You're in control. Believe me when I tell you that.
25 years ago, I would have believed you. Maybe even 15. Not any less than 15.
Dolores? Dolores? Suicide Prevention Hotline, this is Susan speaking.
I hung up on you. I was wrong for doing that.
Betty?
You see, I can admit when I'm wrong. Nobody has to tell me. I always know.
Of course. I'm glad you called back. I was worried.
That's sweet.
I mean it.
I'm not a horrible person. Really, Susan, I have a lot inside of me to give.
You know what? I bet you're an excellent student. And you always get good grades. And you're a perfectionist at what you do.
You get me.
Yes. And I know you care.
I do. There's a wall. There's always been a wall. And no one can ever see beyond it. Into the beautiful things that I am. I'm laughed at. I'm ignored.
I noticed you.
You have a sister?
No.
Then you can't know.
I do know. Because maybe what you have is so great that it scares people. And the only way they can deal with it is to cut it down to their level.
No, I don't buy that because then they would do it to Marion and they've never done it to her.
Marion's your sister?
She's perfection.
No one is perfection.
People just surrender to her. People don't question Marion. They don't laugh at her. They don't ignore her. They're not turned off by her.
Betty, please don't yell. I'm listening. And I want to ask you something. Something you didn't answer before. How is she with you? What is your relationship like with Marion?
Goodbye, Susan.
Betty, wait, please. Suicide Prevention Hotline, this is Susan.
I'm glad I'm talking to a woman.
What is your name, sir?
Sir? love it. I love it.
No,
don't hang up, please. This isn't a Craig call.
I wasn't gonna hang up. Please, tell me your name.
What do I sound like?
What do you sound like?
Sound determines vision. You probably don't know that.
It's interesting.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sketch you according to the sound of your voice. You have a lovely voice.
Thank you. So do you.
This picture's gotta be special. It's gotta sum up everything I've ever wanted to say in this world. That's not an easy thing.
You're an artist. That's wonderful. The three things I've always wanted to do was paint, draw, and play music.
Look, keep talking, please. I want to hear your voice. It'll help me.
I get a sense that you're very good at what you do. And I know you have a lot of work ahead of you. Wonderful work.
Wonderful work. Your voice is in me now, Susan. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna work on this and then I'll call you again.
Suicide Prevention Hotline, this is Susan speaking.
I can't believe what I've done, Susan.
Dolores?
You know what I did? I ate all my friends. They're gone. I introduced them to you, remember?
Yes, I remember.
All I wanted was for them to be a part of me. I wanted them always to be there, but none of them ever stay. They enter my life. They enter my being. They win me over. And then they leave. Think about it, Susan. How many people in a lifetime do you sift through? Hundreds? Thousands? How many of them are permanent? How many of them stay?
It's moments in time that we all share. That's what's so wonderful about living. There's so much we need to do and to learn. We can't do it with just a set group of people. We need many different people.
I don't want many different people. I want my friends. But I kill them because I need them so much. So much. I love them so much and they leave.
You have friends. I'm your friend.
I want a chocolate malted. One more chocolate malted.
You can have one whenever you want.
I want one sitting at the counter while I wait for Doug. And then I want another one when he gets there that we could share together. Susan?
Yes, I'm here.
No, not you. Susan. That was the name we were going to call her. Susan.
Dolores, please, I want you to stay still.
I'm very still, Doctor. I'll stay very still. I won't move a muscle. And then maybe she won't move. Or he. She. It is a she. Oh, yes. She'll stay. This will be the one time that someone will stay.
I can send some help to you, wherever you are. People who care.
Doctor, something's wrong. It burns. Something's wrong, Doctor. She doesn't want to stay. She's not going to stay.
Oh, listen to me.
I've listened to everything you said, and look what's happened. What have you done to me? I can't hold anything anymore. I can't hold on to anything. I can't.
Oh, Dolores. Dolores, you have to hold on. I want you to hold on. It's your only chance, your only choice.
You know what Susan says? She says there's not going to be any more chocolate Moltons.
Dolores? Dolores! Suicide Prevention Hotline, Susan speaking.
I saw Marion tonight. She did her hair. It's red gold. I was watching her. I said, Marion, how do you apply your lipstick so perfect? I mean, she really does it great. I love her gums. Tight, pink. She's going out tonight. I saw him first, you know. I swear my heart just stopped. But then he saw her. And no power on this earth could stop it.
Can I tell you something, Betty? I was in love with a musician, a guitar player. If you closed your eyes, you swore you were listening to Jimi Hendrix. If he could have touched me like his music did, if he could have cared for me the way he did his guitar, he was suffocating me. I gave him all my power, and that is the most precious thing you have. No one is to have that except you.
Thank you. Thank you, Susan. You've helped me, really.
Suicide Prevention Hotline, this is Susan.
It isn't commercial, Susan. I sketched you, and it'll never be commercial.
I'll tell you who you sound like. You sound like a Marcus.
Marcus Ashley. It sounds commercial.
Very commercial.
Oh, it can't be commercial. I won't let it be.
Don't you want to share what's inside of you?
You have no business being inside of me. No one gets inside of me.
I meant your work, your talents.
That's mine. It belongs to me, only me. Daddy's always saying that it has to be seen. But I never wanted to be seen. I will never show what's inside of me. And I don't give a shit if it never makes a dime. It's mine, and I won't give in. I won't give in. I won't give in.
Marcus, you don't have to give in. You don't have to. Do you hear me? Hello?
It wasn't that I wanted to burden you.
Dolores?
I took a walk outside barefoot on the front lawn. I realize now it's just burnt, torn up dirt. I could try to fertilize, but it's not going to happen anymore. And I've accepted that.
Accept the fact that your life can be anything you want it to be.
I think you should know I have a new friend. Would you like to meet her?
If you want me to.
She's Applesauce. She's sweet. She's a secret recipe with secret ingredients. But she'll do something that none of my other friends could do. She's going to take away the pain forever.
She's not going to take away the pain. She's going to make it worse. Much worse.
Perpetual sleep. I look so forward. Hello, Susan.
Dolores? Dolores? Suicide Prevention Hotline?
I am gonna show you what it's like not to be commercial. What it's like to be worthless.
You're not worthless.
Daddy always said, I can't do anything right. And I can't. I've tried everything to make this body stop, and it won't cooperate.
What is that telling you? You're still opening your eyes in the morning. You're still getting up. You're still alive. What does that tell you?
Tonight is gonna be different. I went to 3 drugstores and I bought up every sleeping pill. Over 300 sleeping pills. And I'm gonna take each and every one. It's gotta work. I have a half a pint of Southern Comfort, a half a pint of Jack Daniels, and a half a pint of tequila. It can't miss.
You are the only one who's going to miss.
I gotta swallow them in groups of 13. I like the number 13. Maybe I'll only reach 39. I'll follow it with the Jack, then with the Cuervo, and with the Southern Comfort. I'll rotate them. He's gonna hate it when he finds out I'm gone. He's gonna hate it. He's gonna feel responsible.
What if he doesn't feel it? What if his life goes on just like nothing ever happened? Where does that leave you?
I won't feel a thing.
Do you know what a gift it is to feel?
You're wrong.
To live?
You're wrong.
To breathe?
No, it's a curse that I never want to feel again. Perpetual sleep. I look so forward.
Is that what you really think? Follows your last breath? Perpetual sleep?
It's been nice talking to you,
please,
Susan.
Please don't hang up.
I'm feeling much calmer now.
No.
It's happening.
No, Marcus, wait. Wait. Hello?
You said I was an excellent student, but you never asked what I was studying. Nursing. Because like you, I care. I want to take the pain away. But the way to do that is not to find the symptoms. It's to treat the cause. And I have. And yes, Susan, I am a perfectionist. So I made sure I gave her the right shot and took the pain away completely. It's gone. She's gone. But what's so strange is that I've lived so long with the pain, I don't know if I can live without it.
Betty, is Marion there with you? Are you with Marion?
Oh, no. I'm with friends. Dolores and Marcus. And I want you to be very happy for us, Susan. Because 3 people who have been singled out, berated, and tortured their entire lives are finally putting their pain to rest.
No! No, you haven't been singled out! And you're far from the only ones! There isn't a person on the face of this earth who hasn't known pain. But it leaves you 2 choices. You can either let it destroy you, or help it make you into the people you were meant to be. Betty, you're a nursing student. Think of all the people who are going to need your help, your expertise. All the people you could be letting down because you, with all your gifts, won't be there for them. And Dolores, what about the children who are already born, who don't have parents, or a home, or a chance for education? What's going to happen to them? They'll never have their chocolate malteds if you deny them the love that's waiting inside of you to give. And Marcus, what about the people who had a childhood just like yours? There's someone going through that horror right as we speak. And with your work, your talents, you can help them rise above it and make something of themselves. And you're destroying the greatest gift that you were ever given, life.
Perpetual sleep.
It's happening.
No more pain.
Hello, Susan.
I'm telling you, there'll be no turning back.
Goodbye, Susan.
I see a change in the crime scene. A pact.
I couldn't stop them.
Oh, we don't control their destiny, Susan. They do. But as long as they're guilt-ridden, insecure, afraid, at war, and in debt, they'll never know it. Oh, I can't wait to hear you explain it to them, Susan. Just what follows one's last breath. You've crossed over. You're on the next plane. Perception is different here. For the very reason that here, the body and the spirit are two distinct entities. I will then introduce myself as Lieutenant Crusoe and inform the accused that they have killed themselves. Literally. And are under arrest for murder. It seems like only yesterday, doesn't it, Susan? Oh. You failed to meet the 12 a.m. deadline. And you won't be earning your parole. So, I'll leave you to your bells. As the lost soul, trying in vain to save the lost souls.
The Suicide Prevention Hotline. This is Susan speaking. Would you care to tell me your name? Yes? How are you feeling tonight?
Another tragic figure once stated that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Now, on this eve of All Souls, we know. Another deadline met in the realm of never.